First Division's top goal scorer, but believe it or not, Norwich haven't won at home for 7 weeks despite flex form. They have managed, though, to retain top spot. Well, manager Dave Stringer recalls Robert Rosario to partner Fleck today, conscious he needs more height in attack to pose a threat to Arsenal's towering centre-backs Steve Bold and Tony Adams. As for Arsenal, George Graham has decided against bringing back Paul Davis, who's now completed his 9-match suspension, so Kevin Richardson continues in midfield. Referee Kelvin Morton hasn't had to come far today from just across the Suffolk border from Bury St Edmunds. And Arsenal in second place start the game attacking the River End. Norwich City in their familiar yellow and green strip. Arsenal, of course, in the famous red and white. And the first free kick of the game goes straight away to the Arsenal, as they're known. And it's midway inside the Norwich half. Brian Marwood slipping it to his right to Lee Dixon, who'll put in the cross inside the penalty area. We were talking about the height earlier, and Merson cracked it in, and it was against his old man Stephen Bold there. Bold was in very quickly then. And Rosario. Phelan. High cross to Rosario. Straight to Tony Adams, who's given it away to Robert Fleck though. But he can't find Trevor Putney on that far touchline. Fleck hasn't scored in the last 7 games there, so he'll definitely be looking for one today. There's a fortunate ricochet into the path of Rosario. Bold has settled in very well indeed since his summer move from Stoke City. One by Smith, finding Rocastle, who will take the return ball from Merson, cutting inside the penalty area. This looks dangerous. It's a question of too many cooks there, though, for Arsenal. Putney. Has been quite heavily sanded, which you might be able to detect from that picture. As Arsenal drill the long ball looking for Smith, knocks it back, and Merson inches away from an opener. That was a lovely move, and it showed the power and height and strength of Alan Smith to perfection here. The ball drilled forward by Lee Dixon. Smith getting up so well, deflects it back into the path of Merson. Just a few feet wide of that upright. It's a good long kick, and Rosario doing well to give Fleck a chance inside that penalty area, and it required all Tony Adams' expertise to get it away. Spectacular little kick from Rocastle. Paul Merson has been in the thick of things early on, an injury, a shot just wide, and now feeling the sternness of referee Morton's tongue. So they'll be looking for the head of Rosario here, and here he is with Bold inevitably. Now Richardson again finding Smith. On There's going to be great similarity in the styles of these two sides, looking for the big number 9s. Now they find Smith on the ground. Good challenge from Gordon, winning the ball for Norwich. Phelan forward. Appreciating the quickness of the tackle there. Certainly both sides well keyed up for this, as you'd expect of a match between first and second in the top division in English football. And that'll be a free kick for Norwich. Once more it's been conceded by Bold. Putney running over it, and the flat cross, and it's not a bad header because it's found Rosario on this side of the penalty area, so Phelan can swing another cross in, and Gordon's header just directed over the top. But a question mark against the central defenders there. He found him with some ease and in considerable space. And it was Rosario leaving it for Phelan. The cross is curled over, and Dale Gordon just getting a little underneath it. Rocastle just getting a little flick on the ball there, but it's fallen into the path of Norwich. It's going to be fuddled back yet again to John Lukic, who's seen a lot of the ball, but without having to make any serious stops. Smith, Merson and Rocastle now. Drift in field, this is where he's dangerous. Has to turn the other way though and locate Dixon. Useful cross, and Smith's in with a header straight at gun. That's where he's so lethal. But he couldn't just get the angle. It took a deflection as Dixon put the cross in. Here's Smith soaring high, firm header straight at gun. Bowen who concedes a free kick against Rocastle. Over exuberant in the challenge. And it's Dixon. And a strong header from Adams. And Gunn almost made a bit of a hash of that. And the penalty awarded by the referee. Despite the Norwich protestations, Bowen wants to know why, and Brian Gunn really made a bit of a hash of this. Dixon floats it across. Adams gets in a very strong header indeed. Bold is challenging for it here. Gunn catches Marwood there as he attempted to fist that ball away, and referee Morton had no hesitation, and it's a penalty for Arsenal. That was a tragic mistake, really, by Brian Gunn. There should have been no danger to him, really. The onus was on him to get the ball away, and so Brian Marwood steps forward. The England big man wins the battle. Arsenal take the lead. Marwood shows his joy. And that was a goalkeeping catastrophe for Brian Gunn. But now hang on a moment, referee Morton has decided we've got to go through it all again. Well, everything's happening here all of a sudden. Marwood tucking it away. Gunn had moved, he moved the wrong way. But an Arsenal player had moved inside the circle. Referee Morton saw that. So controversy at Carrow Road. And referee Morton is saying stay out this time. So Marwood's got to do it all over again. Which side is he going for this time? He's smashed it straight over the top of the crossbar. Well, he must feel absolutely distraught about that. The Norwich fans are delirious. And Arsenal will feel that they've really lost out here. Marwood, unsettled obviously by having to take the penalty a second time, hoofs it straight over the crossbar. And he can't believe it, I don't think. He's having a word with the referee now. But there was no doubt in the referee's mind that a player had encroached at the first penalty, although Gunn equally, you might say, had moved before the whistle had been blown, and before Marwood took the kick. And all of a sudden, the game has come to life through a rather bizarre incident. It was a triple incident, really, the giving away of the penalty, the first one going into the net, and then the second one going into the crowd. And all that happened within 6 minutes of the interval. Brought the crowd into a bit of a roar now. Norwich will come looking here. Rosario forward, but they're offside. And the free kick in any case had been awarded to Norwich City. So that's why Putney's smiling. It's nice to see Lukic is smiling. He sees the funny side of it too. So it's Norwich's turn. The ball hooked forward towards Linnigan and it drifted just in front of him. Goal kick. There's the whistle, so half-time arrives with the scores all square. But I imagine that Norwich goalkeeper Brian Gunn is breathing a little bit heavily after he conceded the penalty. And Brian Marwood at first slotted it away, and then when it had to be retaken, put it straight into the crowd over the top of the crossbar. So half-time here at Carrow Road. After a rather frenetic battle, is Norwich City 0, Arsenal 0. We're going to take a break now, but don't forget, coming up, the climax to Snooker's World Match Play Championship between John Parrott and Steve Davis, and the second half here at Carrow Road. See you in a moment.
Get your Sunday off to a flying start and wake up to Sunday News, the family paper that's fresh and bright with all the facts to keep you right.
With features on fashion,
modern news too, and all the sporting action just for you. Come on, wake up to the Sunday News.
Euphoria. Euphoria.
Euphoria. It's contagious.
Martini extra dry. Have it with or without. With friends. With pleasure. Martini Extra Dry. It's there to be discovered.
Mum, it's Melvin. Look, I'm afraid we're going to be late.
You're going to be late? He's going to be late.
Sister's never late.
Your father says your sister's never late.
She got more consideration.
I've got to work.
He's got to work. I'll tell you this. They're working you too hard. They're slave drivers, those people.
I'll be an hour.
I'll calm down. I'll bring you a sandwich. Your father will run me.
I don't
you
want
run
a sandwich.
me.
Eat there, no sandwich.
I'll bring you a jumper.
I don't want a sandwich. I don't want a jumper. This is a modern air-conditioned building.
It's never easy explaining why you're late, but a call shows you care.
You never told me it was air-conditioned.
Why would I tell you?
Melvin, some children talk to their parents. Now, what do you want in your sandwich? I got that matured Canadian cheddar that you like. I wish I'd known. I haven't got a lot in. Still, thanks for the call.
British Telecom. It's you we answer to.
These manufacturers sell 1 million machines every year. Each manufacturer has staked his reputation on being able to give you the cleanest possible wash. They have one vital component in common. This one, Aerial Automatic, the vital component installed in 1 million new machines every year.
Get more at Gilmore's with Hotpoint. Up to £60 off Hotpoint washing machines at Gilmore's, Lisburn Road, Belfast. Late opening Thursday and Friday.
"45 minutes to go then, and Norwich resume attacking the River End as we still await the first goal of the game. But Dave Stringer, the Norwich manager in the programme, said that the defeat at Aston Villa last week didn't mean to say that that was going to be the end of Norwich's run at the top. There will be no collapse, he said. We're too good a side for that. Well, remains to be seen. Gordon again does well. Phelan charges into the action. Was he brought down there? He was, yes. So it will be a free kick to Norwich in a rather uncomfortable position for Arsenal. And they're throwing everybody forward now. They've only left one defender, Culverhouse, back. And it would be such a boost to Norwich if they could get the first goal of the game. Their home form has been so much better this season than it was last, when they were beaten here 8 times. Well, they're coming looking now, and the downward header didn't have enough power to beat Lukic. At least it gave the Norwich fans massed behind that goal something to cheer about. So, drifted in by Gordon, and there was the header, which didn't count. And straight back with Merson for Arsenal. He finds Rocastle, first time cross, not a good one, it was away. Richardson hammers it in, but he didn't get any impetus into the shot. The majority of the crowd didn't seem to agree with that decision, but the free kick has gone to Arsenal. Taken by Winterburn. Smith's up there. Back for Merson. He's not getting any power at all behind those shots. But they certainly won't trouble Gunn. Gordon propelled the ball with his hand. which produces the latest in a long line of free kicks for Arsenal, who actually won here last season by 4 goals to 2. They did the double over Norwich last season. They're coming looking again here now as Rocastle takes the ball away, and there's a chance for Alan Smith, who seemed to tread on the ball, as a result of which Bowen got across to cover the mistake. And Smith just needed a fraction too long then. A quick shot might have produced something. Now Brian Gunn and Brian Marwood seem to exchange anything but pleasantries then. But anyway, the corner has been given. So Marwood, cross, Gunn getting a fist to it. There's nothing wrong there, so play continues with Dixon. Down the line, intelligent ball. Marwood with another chance to cross it. Gunn off the line, safely caught. Around about half an hour left for anybody to break the deadlock here. Equal contest. Now again they're asking Marwood to hustle Linnigan, which he did successfully, and so Arsenal perhaps enjoying the better of the latter moments. Smith. Linnigan not very far away. Merson, he can't really turn there. Well won by Adams. Again it's hacked forward and Marwood's inside that penalty area, and solid defending from Andy Linnigan. And again it's Arsenal winning the ball. Rocastle, this looks dangerous. Cross for Smith, and Smith stretches and balloons it over the top. Well, he's got the predator instincts, which normally might have produced the goal in that situation. He gets in all right. It's a good little cross. Rocastle making the initial inroads inside the penalty area, and he did well to get across in at all. Smith stretches but can't keep the shot down. Richardson now. Merson has rushed into that. That's a good ball forward for Thomas, who's inside that area. He's got Smith, if he can cut it back to him. There's a chance here for Merson, and he's drilled it just towards the inside of the upright, and a fine save by Brian Gunn. Merson was cool enough. Thomas makes a good run inside the area, flicks it back. Merson waits for his moment. Well, it wasn't a powerful shot, but Gunn still had to spread himself. Norwich escape again, but Arsenal have the chance again with Marwood to put Norwich under more pressure, and then the ball is lost. Phelan out for Fleck, who's got no support at the moment, so Fleck's going to have to run and try and get past Dixon. Bundled over by Dixon. Referee Morton, I think, might well reach for the first yellow card of the afternoon here. Fleck absolutely flattened by Lee Dixon. He had to take them on by himself because there was just no support when the break was made. Fleck using all his speed, Dixon getting across, and that's where he took the player out and earned himself a caution. Well, despite all the free kicks in promising situations, there have still been no goals in the game. That's what the Norwich crowd are baying for now, as Gordon floats it over, Linnigan got in, and it came off the back of another player and landed in the hands of John Lukic. Smith controlled it well, loops it across to the edge of the area. Norwich survive, but now Marwood gets on the end of Richardson's pass. And they look again for Smith, and here he is, controls it first time! But it struck the foot of Bowen. And that was a good effort from Smith. He deserved better reward, really. Bowen stretched that leg, and the keeper didn't have to make the save. Now Putney, and all of a sudden there's more urgency about the game. Here's Bowen in an attacking guise. Then it was the final ball where the quality was lacking. But Rosario wins it back for Norwich. Good ball from Linnigan, and that started things going again. And a bit of a hum here about this Norwich attack as Culverhouse has the chance to swing the cross in, and it's away by Adams. And he had to intervene then. It's only Norwich's second corner of the game. But they're massing up there just inside and on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Lukic dancing up and down on the line. And it was Bowling first. Really as far as Phelan now. In midfield now, a bit of space to run into. This is where he's dangerous, finding Rocastle. He control that Rocastle down there, and now he tries to win back the ball and does so illegally. Time Gunn did find Rosario. He in turn finds Putney, and they're keeping it coming forward now. Bowen might again look for Rosario on that far side of the penalty area. Rosario just couldn't control it after it had gone above Tony Adams, who walks away head down. He knows that his mistake could well have cost Arsenal, but Rosario just couldn't control it at the crucial moment. Header out by Butterworth, who got a bit of a knock on the head as he did so. So Rocastle here. Well, oh, it nearly caught Gunn out, I thought, for a moment. It didn't look a very intelligent thing for Rocastle to have done, but I wonder if he almost spotted Gunn off his line here. He just seemed to aim it aimlessly forward, and Gunn really had to stretch at the last moment. And it's going to be an Arsenal substitution. Paul Merson is the player who's going to be replaced. So it's one striker for another, with Martin Hayes being introduced. Good round of applause for Merson. And here comes Hayes. And Robert Fleck has also left the field. And Welsh international Malcolm Allen, there he is, number 14, is on for Norwich City. So both sides playing their cards. Allen, who came into the side when Rosario was injured. He was now back playing alongside him. Free kick there is against Smith. Well, Gunn's kicking has improved in this second half. And here's Gordon, he's offside. Oh, and the back flick from Butterworth puts his own defence under some pressure. Smith as well. Rocastle now. There's the cross. Here's Smith. Over the top again, but got a deflection. So Alan Smith, who is a sniper extraordinaire this season, has had 2 or 3 attempts at goal without making one count as yet. But encouraging moments here for Arsenal as Marwood takes Arsenal's corner. Coming back for Thomas. Oh, and it nearly crept in, and it was off the line in the end by Bowen. That was an awkward one for the goalkeeper, who must have been having palpitations as that one dribbled towards the line. Good moments these for Arsenal. Nervous ones for Norwich. Dixon takes the ball back from Marwood. There's his cross, this time it's away. Hayes couldn't turn. Norwich were really living dangerously here. Butterworth got the ball away as far as Thomas. He sort of toe-poked it in, and it almost went off field and inside his own net. Butterworth's free kick. Round about the penalty spot. Gordon nodding it on. Rosario. A few Norwich appeals, but they were a little half-hearted, hoping for a penalty there. Richardson. Hayes is out there, but Butterworth's there first, and the back pass. Doesn't have as much pace on it as Gunn would have liked. Now, is there a sting in the tail from Norwich City? Allen will run at Adams, cuts inside him. Malcolm Allen could make himself a hero here, but John Lukic spreads that huge frame of his to deny Allen. Well, the scoreline remains 0-0. Well, it's a fair reflection, really. Either side has only deserved to win this one, but Arsenal are looking now. So it's the turn of the Norwich supporters to be a little bit worried, if anything, that Arsenal can conjure up a last-minute winner. Smith here, just outside the area. Rocastle. 3 men surrounding him. Smith with the cross. He's away by Phelan appropriately. He's had a good game. As we've gone into injury time in the match here at Carrow Road. And indeed, there is the final whistle blown by referee Morton. So it's status quo at the top of Division 1. Norwich City retain their 2-point advantage over Arsenal. It's been a rather frantic game. Neither side at the end was able to squeeze out the one goal which always threatened to win it. So the final scoreline here at Carrow Road. Norwich City 0, Arsenal 0. Brian, an eventful game for you, obviously, and we've got to talk about the penalty incident. I mean, how did you see it?
Well, obviously, I mean, the decision I thought was a very good decision. I mean, the keeper has no need to sort of bring me over. I mean, the ball's probably going out wide for a goal kick, and he's come and sort of felled me. So the incident warranted a penalty. Obviously, I'm concentrating on trying to put the ball in the back of the net, and as far as I was concerned, I scored a perfectly good goal. Then he pulled me back to say that 2 or 3 of our players had gone in the box, and then obviously I missed the resulting penalty. But it's just very annoying that the consistency of it all is that 1 week they will give that, and then the next week they won't give it. You know, so it's very, very disappointing for players when, especially for penalty takers, when something like that happens.
There's inconsistencies. If you look at penalties, you'll see the players from both sides, and most penalties are in and around the edge of the box. I think if the player scores directly, I don't think it makes any difference whether the players are just inside. If the keeper parries it, and somebody's been inside the box and actually finishes it off for a goal, then I think it should be disallowed. But it'd be interesting to see on television if in the second penalty there was anybody inside the box, whether the referee would have given a third penalty.
It's certainly an interesting point, and as we freeze the action here, you can see that at the moment of impact from Marwood's kick, there is nobody actually encroaching inside the penalty area. The referee has his eyes on the spot, but there are bound to be inconsistencies over the entire season.
2 weeks ago we had a penalty awarded against us at Everton that we felt was a bad one. I said at that time that things even themselves out over the season, and perhaps this is our little bit of luck this time. You have to ride those sort of things. We accept those sort of things when they come either way, and this day it helped us.
You said in your programme notes today that everybody is waiting for you to be toppled off your perch.
Well, I think that's quite true, by the way that the press has looked at our position and thought that we are pretenders to the throne, if you like, and thought that our stay wouldn't be very long. But we've sustained it. We've stayed there now for nearly half the season. So really, we're there on merit. We'll get games as we did today. And throughout the season, you get those sort of things, and hopefully we'll fight our way through it and get the points that we require.
So Arsenal, for the second week in succession, unable to move to the top. With Millwall also stumbling, they lost 2-0 at Spurs. The most positive move was made by Coventry. They beat Manchester United thanks to this goal 10 minutes from time.
Well, Houchin diverted it away. Speedy anticipated. He gets it back. And a goal! Cyril Regis. It's been a long wait, and they were beginning to run out of hope. Manchester United couldn't deal originally with the corner, and when it came back, Regis there before Houchin with a thumping header. Textbook stuff.
So that's how the top of the table looks tonight, but of course Liverpool could change things tomorrow. And in the match live, it is the Merseyside derby. Liverpool against Everton at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on ITV.
Was knocked